While you're still overthinking, someone else already scored. There is no later, there is only eliminated. You think you've got time. Time to figure things out. Time to become the person you keep imagining. Time to start next week, after the stress dies down, when motivation magically shows up. Right after you finish researching protein powders, optimizing your desk feng shui, and completing that urgent side quest called reorganizing your notion. But look around. While you're buffering, someone else hit play. While you're planning, someone else is already on the scoreboard, because life doesn't hand out warnings, only final scores. That feeling in your chest right now, that's the realization creeping in. You're not stuck, you're stalling. And out here, stalling is just a polite word for being cut. Cut from a game you didn't even know you were in because you were too busy waiting for a cosmic sign or a productivity app to change your life. If you're still waiting to feel ready, you already lost. You've said it, haven't you? I'll do it when I'm ready. I just need to feel more confident. Or the classic, now's not the right time. But here's the trap. Someday is the story anxiety whispers to keep you safe and small. It's a cozy little lullaby that lulls your potential to sleep, tucks you in with warm excuses and a pillow of good intentions. Sweet dreams, future you. And while you're snoozing in someday, the world is handing out wins to the ones who act today. Behavioral psychologist Dr. Timothy Pickle said it best. We don't procrastinate to delay work. We procrastinate to delay feeling. You're not avoiding the task, you're avoiding the discomfort, the risk, the possibility of failure. But here's the twist. The fear you're trying to avoid, it doesn't shrink with time, it grows. It calcifies, later becomes never, and you never even notice. And by the time you do, you're 35, allergic to risk, and arguing with your cat about whether it's too late to chase your dreams. Usagi wasn't weak, he was waiting, hoping someone else would make the play. Thinking too long, planning, until he blinked and the opportunity was gone. And in Blue Lock, that's how you die. It's like standing on a subway platform. You see the train coming, you got 2 seconds to jump in, but you pause, you think, and suddenly the doors close. Now you're stuck watching someone else speed toward your destination. Here's what no one tells you. You will never feel ready. Confidence doesn't come before the action. It's what you earn by doing the thing scared, clumsy, half prepared, but doing it anyway. Next time you hear yourself say, now's not the right time, interrupt it. Say out loud, now's the only time I've got. Set a 5-minute timer. Start imperfect. Start messy, but start. In Blue Lock, hesitation equals elimination. That's the rule, not a metaphor, a rule. Out here, same game, just quieter penalties. The only thing scarier than starting too soon is never starting at all. Every second is a decision, to shoot or to stand still. Let me ask you something. How many times have you watched someone else make a move and hated how still you were? You saw someone take the shot. You saw someone speak up. You saw someone less talented than you win. And all you did was pause just long enough to watch it slip. Not because you weren't good enough, but because you were too busy waiting for the conditions to be perfect. Spoiler, they never are. Here's the brutal truth. Every action you take is a vote for who you want to be. And every moment you don't act, that's a vote too. A vote for fear, for doubt, for staying exactly where you are. Proudly sponsored by your inner critic and co-signed by the ghost of missed potential. For Usagi, that shift didn't come from talent. It came from pressure, from watching others take what he thought he deserved. He stopped waiting to be chosen. He chose himself. Mid-move, mid-risk, mid-chaos. Most people don't lose because they're untalented. They lose because they hesitate. Not once, but again and again and again. Today, you'll face a dozen small choices. Each one is a shot on goal. Some will be hard. Some will be awkward. None will feel safe. But if you don't move, you don't score. Simple as that. Make the pass, take the shot, or stay invisible. You don't rise to your dreams, you fall to your standards. And if your standards stay the same while the world accelerates, you drown. But even when you do act, it's not enough. Not if you're too slow to evolve. Here's a trap nobody talks about. Growth doesn't come with a prep guide. It crashes in, uninvited, more of a slap in the face and run situation than a glow-up montage. This is where most people freeze. Not out of fear, but because they're running software meant for an older version of the game. Psychologists call it cognitive flexibility, the ability to adapt when things stop making sense. It's not about confidence. It's about adjusting fast enough to stay alive in the play. But most people, they cling to what worked yesterday, to comfort, to their plan, to the idea that change should come with clarity first. Like that one guy still trying to revive his SoundCloud career. Asagi wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest, but he evolved. Not in the quiet, in the chaos, while everything was breaking. Life speeds up. Your habits lag. Your clarity shatters. Winners don't slow the world down. They match its rhythm. Stop begging for certainty. Start sharpening your instincts. Next time things feel too fast, too loud, too messy, don't freeze. Recalculate. Adapt. Strike. The faster the world gets, the sharper you must become. The world doesn't care why you didn't shoot, only that you didn't. Let's be honest, you've got a list. It's too hard. You're tired. Life's unfair. You didn't get the support. You weren't born with it. But here's the secret no one wants to admit. Excuses don't explode. They erode. You won't even notice the decay. Just one day, you'll wake up and you won't recognize yourself. Not in the cool, mysterious loner way. More like a haunted house with motivational quotes taped to the walls. The danger isn't failure. The danger is fading, one unlived day at a time, wrapped in logic, padded by rationalizations, buried under a blanket of maybe later, until your ambition becomes a ghost, and you're just the guy keeping the lights on. Asagi could have blamed the system, blamed his coach, blamed the rules, but instead, he blamed who he was yesterday, and that's when he started to change. Your excuses are clever. They sound noble. They feel safe, but they are slow poison. And the worst part, they work. They comfort you just enough to keep you exactly where you are. Write them down, your top 3 excuses. Now, ask yourself this. What's that excuse cost you already? Your time, your identity, your future? Whatever it is, burn it. Not for the dopamine hit, but because your potential deserves to breathe. Comfort didn't kill your dream. Your excuses did. There's no future version of you who magically becomes fearless. That person you imagine, the bold one, the decisive one, the strong one, they don't appear out of nowhere. They don't arrive after one more book or one more mental health day or one more scroll through self-help videos. No matter how many reels tell you you're a high-value man in progress, they're built in the exact moment you keep running from. Right here, right now. Ego didn't create Blue Lock to make players better. He created it to break them. So only those who could choose themselves under pressure would remain. Life's not so different. You don't need a plan. You need a moment, a breath, a break in the loop. That split second where your old self hesitates and your new self says, no more. You've waited long enough. You've made enough excuses. You've talked about your dreams like they're myths, floating somewhere out there. But here's the truth no one wants to say. If you don't choose this moment, the moment will choose someone else. You either shoot now or you're cut.